In a remote Tanzanian village nestled between the verdant slopes of Mount Kilimanjaro and the winding banks of the Pangani River, lived a woman named Osha. Renowned for her extraordinary skill in weaving baskets, Osha's creations were coveted far beyond the village for their beauty and craftsmanship. Her baskets were not just functional, they were works of art, intricately woven with patterns that told stories of the village's history, its people, and the spirits of the land. Osha had a daughter, Nyota, who inherited her mother's talent. From a young age, Nyota watched in awe as her mother's nimble fingers wove magic into each strand of reed. Under Osha's tutelage, Nyota quickly surpassed her mother in skill. Her baskets were even more intricate, more vibrant, and infused with a creativity that seemed almost otherworldly. The villagers began to notice, and soon, Nyota's fame spread beyond the village, drawing admirers from distant lands. As Nyota's reputation grew, so did a shadow within Osha's heart. What began as pride in her daughter's success gradually twisted into envy. Osha could not bear the thought of being eclipsed by her own child. The admiration and respect that had once been hers were now directed at Nyota. The mother's love turned into a deep-seated hatred, a poisonous vine that wrapped around her soul. Osha's jealousy festered until it consumed her, and she decided to destroy the daughter she had once cherished. She concocted a plan as intricate and deadly as the webs she had taught Nyota to weave. Osha began to gather materials in secret, poisonous herbs, venomous spiders, and a cursed charm passed down from her ancestors. With these, she wove a basket unlike any she had ever made before, a basket infused with dark magic. When the annual village festival approached, Osha presented the cursed basket to Nyota, pretending it was a gift of honor for her daughter to showcase at the event. Unaware of her mother's malevolent intentions, Nyota gratefully accepted the basket, proud to display it at the festival. The festival was a grand affair, with villagers dressed in their finest kanga and kitenge fabrics, dancing and singing in celebration of the harvest. Nyota stood proudly at the center of the gathering, her cursed basket placed before the village elders. As she lifted the lid to reveal her creation, a collective gasp arose from the crowd. From the basket, dozens of venomous spiders poured out, their bodies glistening in the sunlight. Panic erupted as the spiders swarmed, biting anyone in their path. The once joyous festival descended into chaos, and Nyota, standing frozen in horror, was quickly blamed for the disaster. The villagers, believing that Nyota had intentionally cursed them, turned against her. They shunned her, casting her out of the village she had called home. Devastated and alone, Nyota wandered until she reached the edge of the forest, where an old woman known as Nguvu lived in seclusion. Nguvu was feared by many for her powerful magic, but Nyota had no other place to turn. She collapsed at the woman's door, weeping and begging for help. Nguvu took pity on the girl and, after hearing her story, used her powers to reveal the truth. She showed Nyota the vision of her mother, Osha, weaving the cursed basket and summoning the spiders with a dark incantation. The revelation shattered Nyota's heart, but it also steeled her resolve. Nguvu, impressed by Nyota's strength, granted her the power to confront her mother and reclaim her life. Armed with this new power, Nyota returned to the village. The people recoiled at her presence, but she stood firm and demanded that the elders gather in the village square. Before everyone, Nyota called out her mother, exposing Osha's treachery. As she spoke, the cursed basket began to unravel in her hands, revealing the hidden symbols of the dark magic Osha had used. The villagers watched in shock as Osha, who had once been a figure of respect, was unmasked as the true culprit. Overcome with guilt and shame, Osha fell to her knees, but the villagers, now understanding the gravity of her betrayal, banished her from the village. The woman who had taught her daughter to weave was now ensnared in the web of her own making, forever cast out. Nyota, though heartbroken by her mother's actions, was restored to her rightful place in the community. She continued to weave, her baskets now carrying a new story, one of betrayal, redemption, and the unbreakable strength of the human spirit. The village thrived once more, and Nyota's fame grew even greater, but she never forgot the lesson she had learned: the most dangerous webs are the ones we weave ourselves.